Well, hello, you creative souls. Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. It is a little wintry out there today, overcast. So I've been playing with a pop-up in my book. The first one, purely an experiment. So I'm going to teach you what I learned from my mistakes. How's that? So let's get those altered books out and play, okay? See you on the table. Okay, ready or not, here we go. The supplies that you will need that I know of right off the top of my head are, I'm going to finish with some distress crayons, and you will need some scissors and some old book pages for the underpants. You're going to need 2 focal points. I might use these guys, don't know yet. You'll need a piece of scrapbooking paper that is fairly sturdy. You will need your brush, my handy dandy filthy dirty brush. You will need Mod Podge and a ruler perhaps, and patience. So what we're going to do first is we're going to make sure that we've got some pages prepared for our next adventure. I think I'm going to glue 2 pages on this side and 2 pages on this side. Looks like these have already started to glue themselves. So those that have been working along with me know that I just put some Mod Podge on the page. I have removed some pages out of this book so that it's making room for more altering because they get pretty fat. I'm going to close that book. I'm going to pick up that page, and I'm going to do the same on this side. Alright, so I've got 2 pages glued on this side, which is going to back this, 2 pages here, and then 2 pages here. What we're going to do next is we're going to take our scrapbooking paper and we're going to cut it to the size, the width of the book, and then about 5 inches wide. 5 inches tall, I should say, and then as wide as your book. Okie dokie. So I'm at about the 5-inch mark, and I'm just going to put my ruler down and just tail an edge. And I'm thinking this might be just about as wide as my book. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm going to fold it in half. Okay. That is plenty good. Great. What I'm going to do now is I am going to cover this with underpants, and I am going to leave raw edges around because I want to be able to glue that back on the page. Ooh, that's fun. So I'm going to hang over the edge like that. Alright, I'm just going to fill this with ephemera, building the underpants, and then we'll come back. Okay, don't spend a lot of time on this. It's just a background. So you're just going to pretty much cover that, making sure that there's enough of an overhang that you have something to glue into your book. This will all make sense, I promise. Then once you have your scrapbooking paper all covered with your background book text, see how I'm avoiding that word? I've already said it twice, so I don't want to say it too many more times. If you've watched the other videos, you know what I'm talking about. You know. Okay. There we go. We're going to let this dry for a minute. All right, so we have our scrapbooking paper. All right, I had folded it in half to begin with, so I know where the centerpiece was. Finished putting all the old book text on it. Folded it in half again because that's going to fit into the book like that. All right, so I want to see exactly how that's going to fit. And then I'm going to take my focal point and fold the focal point in half as well. So that's going to, I can place that where I would like that on that page. And I want it closer to the bottom than the top. Okay. So we have our book open to the 2-page spread. I'm going to glue this focal point onto this paper. All right. If you're getting a lot of wrinkling on your magazine pages, I'm going to drop that down a little bit more. Use less Mod Podge. It might be, the Mod Podge might be too wet, and your magazine page might, or magazine image might be wrinkling. You can also use the squeegee. Get any wrinkles out. She's pretty smooth. I'm going to let that dry, then I'm going to fold it in half. So I have her glued and folded. She has a little wrinkle. That's okay because she's going to fold. We have to have a little bit of wiggle room. I want to make her a fun hat. Fun, playful, colorful hat. It's a little bit tall. So I'll just cut that out of some scrapbook paper. That's good. Go ahead and glue this guy down. Oh my goodness, so messy. Oh, did you hear my tummy grumble? Okay. So this whole thing is going to fold in half. And it's going to lay in the book. Okay? I'm going to let this dry. Then, ooh, be ready. We are ready to start making the pop-up. So I know exactly where I want the pop-up to be, or the opening for the pop-up, and I want it to be along the hat. So what I'll do is I'll fold her the wrong way, take my scissors, and just make a little cut. Well, there we go. But I'm not going to fold on this side. We are going to open it the other way. There's our cut. Okay. Let me get this book out. This gets a little bit complicated, but hang in there. All right, so we have our cut. All right. So I'm going to take this part right here, and I am going to fold it so that it is at 45 degrees. And this side, fold this side to 45 degrees. You can flip it over and fold it back the other way. And fold it back the other way. All right, put them back together. Those are nice and dirty from my hands. And then what you'll do is poke it out on this side. Wowza, wowza, wowza. All right, let's go back to our book. This page is torn. It's going to have a nice sturdy page on it, so it'll be fine. So this is what's going to happen in the book. This. So I'm going to grab my second focal point and decide where she's going to be, because I want her to be visible in that head. So fun. Right there. Yep, right there. All right, I don't need all of her, so I'm just going to take the center piece here. I'm just going to rip it and then glue it into the page, into the fold. Okay? So this is where I'm placing her. What I did is I glued down one side. Then I want to make sure that that center is really deep in there. Grab that squeegee. I was looking for the ruler, but it's not here right now. Make sure that's really nice and down there in that crease. And then glue down the other side. Beautiful. Beautiful. I am now going to glue this onto this, gluing one side at a time, just the way that I did with the image. Decide exactly where it's going to be. Put glue on one side, glue that side down. Make sure it's in the center, just like I did with the image, and then glue the other side down. Let's go ahead and we'll do that together. So I've got my handy dandy Mod Podge here. Oh, while I have your attention, you know, if you ever need to order anything on Amazon, I have the links in the notes under the video. And then anything that you order off my site, off my channel, I get credit for. A little added bonus. So if you're ever ordering off Amazon from these projects, check to see if I have a link for you. If you use that link, I get a little paycheck. Okay, let's put that right in that center. Make sure she's where we want her. She is. Come up, grab that page. Beautiful. Make sure that we're nice and in that crease. We are. I learned a lot from the first piece I tried to do. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. And then we'll put Mod Podge on the other side. I'm not worried about this. because we are going to strengthen it here. I think I did some pocket cutting on the other side. Right down in that crease. I'm going to let it dry. She's not completely dry, but that's okay. You get the idea. Can you see in there? Ooh. That's so awesome. I will show you the one that I made earlier. Just as cool. I went out in the utility room and I found this on the floor. At first I thought it was a hairball. Then I found out that it wasn't, so I'm going to sew that onto the top of her hat, which I think is very fun. I'm going to doodle on this and stabilo on this. Rob and I are going to Connecticut, so I don't want to doodle on it before I get on the plane. I want something to do on the plane. So you won't see the finished product until the very end of the book when I show everything, but you get the idea of the pop-up. This was an experiment. I screwed up her face, so I patched it with another eye, which looks very cool. Little butterfly wing. Anyway, back to this. I digress. Okay, so this is basically the same design. Oh, I just popped that in, didn't I? There we go. Basically the same design. Face, focal point, hat, inside. Very fun. All right, so let's see what colors will we use. A lot of blue going on there. So let's carry on with blue. And with this, you just go in and scribble and have fun and add as much color as you like. I'm just going to go halfway on the page. Same on this side. And let's go this color. This is kind of fun. And we'll just add some color here. So the purple is the darkest, so I will start with that. And I will just grab a wet paint brush, not too wet, and I will start to blend that. Then I will start to draw it up into the blue. And then I'm going to clean my brush, and I'm going to do the blue. And bring that down into the purple. You can go back in. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm now going to add Stabilo. I added the Stabilo around the edge. If you have not played with the Stabilo, please get one. They're so much fun. Stabilo 8046. And I will put a link to the product on Amazon. The background was just a little bit too regular for me, so I moistened a paper towel and I just went in and scrubbed it a little bit to make the paint a little bit more uneven in the background. Makes me much happier. If you haven't used the Stabilo, I encourage you to get one and play with it. I'm going to go around the edge of her hat and just shadow it in. It changes the whole look of a piece. So you just scrub the edge, put a little bit of moisture on your finger, and then blend. Blend, blend, blend. Don't be afraid to blend it. Go around her entire face. And you can scrub it and blend it out a little bit. Some irregularities there. Just really play with this product. It is fun. So I'll do this around the entire face. I'm going to do it on the edge of the hat as well. And like I say, I am not going to doodle this piece until later. I want something to do on our little trip. As hard as it is to stop, I'm going to stop there so that I have something to doodle on my trip. So you can use a door here, make a pop-up in a door, make a pop-up in a window, have something behind it so you can see it. There are many, many options. I just happen to like eerie faces. That's what I'm usually attracted to. So I'm just here to inspire you. You guys are awesome. Keep those pictures coming of the work that you've made. I love seeing it. I love seeing the comments and the questions. It means you guys are paying attention and catching me when I'm off guard. I love that. So go create. Go play. Go have fun. Show me what you're doing. We'll see you next time.